Hi, my name is Prune Harris from Imaginal Health, and in this video I want to show you how to test food using a self-test. And the self-test that we're going to be working with today is the sway test. There are different ways to work with self-testing, and I'll make videos of all of them, but we're going to start with this sway test because for many people it's the easiest one to work with when they're working with food. When you use any self-testing, it's a form of communicating with the energy of your body. And so for most of us, that takes practice. So this is something that you're going to practice, you're going to play with it, you're going to experiment with it. And in that vein, then your communication with your energy systems will get more and more fine-tuned, and the test will be more and more accurate for you. All right? So I guess there's a couple of things to say first. One is that before you self-test, you want to make sure that you're well hydrated. Very, very important. So if you haven't had much water today, or you just want to make sure, then go and drink some more water now. So actually, our energy has to move through our cells. And in order to do that, the electrical energy is carried on the water in our body. So very important that we actually keep that flow going. You wouldn't have a bath with your electric radio plugged in on the edge because you know how well water conducts electricity. It's the same for our body. We need water. So before you do any self-testing, make sure you're well hydrated. And the other thing that's important is that we're grounded. Perhaps you're someone who is very grounded anyway, and this isn't a consideration for you. But if you're someone who doesn't know whether they're grounded or not, or knows that you have a tendency to unground and maybe become a little bit unstable in the foundation of your emotions, then actually it's a great idea to do some grounding exercises. You can do the spooning of the feet. I have a video on that, or connecting heaven and earth, lots of ways, and maybe you have your favorite ways. We're going to start just by taking a grounding breath. I've got my feet squared up, legs slightly apart, the best way for me to be grounded. Hands on my thighs and good breath in. And just releasing any tension as you breathe out. Let's take another breath as well. And you can kind of remember how it feels to be standing centered and grounded in yourself. Okay? Now you're going to take any food that you want to test. For me, I have this sauerkraut here. It can be in a container, it can be just in your hand, it can be in a plastic bag, it doesn't matter. Your energy and the way it connects with the food's energy is what's being tested. We need to make sure that right now I can metabolize this sauerkraut if I'm going to have it for my lunch. So whatever the food you're testing, you're going to put it on the solar plexus. And then putting both your hands over it, relaxing your shoulders and your elbows. And from this point on, I'm just going to concentrate on my groundedness. And I find that I'm falling forwards towards the sauerkraut. So my body is swaying. In this case, it's swaying forward. A forward movement means that the food is beneficial for you. Your body can assimilate and metabolize it. If there's no sway or just a tiniest sway forward and backward, then that means the food is neutral for you. If it's a backward sway, it means the food is detrimental. So I'm going to turn on my side so you can see how much my body swayed in that. On the solar plexus, both hands over, elbows and shoulders relaxed. And quite quickly, my body moved towards the food. I'm going to show you with a banana. So same thing exactly. I'm going to put it on the solar plexus, tuck my hands in both ways, and come into my center, my groundedness. And in this case, there's really no movement at all. I'm not feeling anything from my body. It's not moving forward, not moving backwards. And that would suggest that this banana, for me, right now, is neutral. I'm not going to really be able to metabolize much from it, but at the same time, it's not going to be detrimental for me. So it'd be my choice whether I ate this or not. Right now, I probably choose not, and I'll test it again later today, tomorrow, next week with another banana to see if my system has come into resonance with this specific banana at that time. All right, we're going to go through a couple of other things. This is some chocolate. I love dark chocolate. So I'm going to place that on the solar plexus. Actually, I'll turn to the side. Hands over, nice grounded position with my feet, and coming into that centered place. And actually for this one, I have to really work to keep my mind out of it. I know I like chocolate, although right now it's not that I'm craving any, but I want to make sure that I'm not influencing the test by thinking, I want chocolate, I want chocolate, I want chocolate, and falling forward for it, okay? So very important that you remain in your objectivity, in your lack of bias. So I'm going to come in, nice and grounded, and actually very quickly, which is a bit of a shame for me, I move away from this. Right now, my body cannot work with the chocolate. It is detrimental for me, so I'll have it another time. And it's something actually that you can use for all kinds of things. I have a lipstick here. I could energy test the vibration of the lipstick to see if my body, our skin is an incredible organ that absorbs everything that we put on it, whether it's creams, shampoos, makeup. So you can energy test your products as well, and it's a great way to see whether or not your body can resonate with them at that time. Okay, I hope this has been useful. Play with it, and let me know how you get on. Bye-bye.